be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go. 8, read. Check. 55. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. 2-jet bombers. 2-jet bombers. Flare, flare, flare. Slam, slam, slam. Snap.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't for 61. Matchbox lights. Don't get nervous. Check Alpha. Rocky. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Recon, 132 fighter.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Saquon Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Kill, kill, kill. Rock it. Kill, kill, turn it up. Quick dance. Go. You're out.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. 3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Leo. Watch the safety creep. Bam. Let's go.
Jones now operating from the gun and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Fight. 380.
40 seconds to Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey, hey, watch the shit. 57. Mike, 57.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Alec Ogletree gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
You think you gonna get this?
Push left.
You think you gonna get this? Mike 41. Mike 41.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back.
Now it's Wilson. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Hey, shoot.
50. You remember me? Let's go, baby. Hey, check. Mike 50. Let's go, baby. Return.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. but that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Now it's Lockett. Oh, he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10.
Go, guys, 4 down, 4 down.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
57's Mike.
Hold up. 95, 95.
Kill. 57's the Mike.
Go.
On 1st down, Wilson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Single West.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And Tate's got it. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
64.
First down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Let's go. 18 Gators.
55.
80 weapons.
Alert 3.
Ready?
From the 39, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
Check 37. Check 37. Protein spill. 36.
They'll run with Barkley. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
0-0-0.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson buying time to his left. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Special! I'll go special! Front left, front left!
They run it with Carson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check, 59.
Let's get it together, defense.
One left.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
59, go.
Check.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. O'Shane Ximines gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's now 3rd down.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
We got double up.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
61. Max box. Mike.
41 Mike. Watch the curl. Hey, 4-1's Mike.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Hey.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Gun.
Mike 41. We got to wedge that.
Hey, 0.
40. That's it. 41's the Mike.
Y'all not ready.
41.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. He's got Lockett. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 21 yards there on third down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Here's Jones, throwing on first down, and he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. To try again after the sack. Jones, he's going to throw one up, and it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
No. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Ready?
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Five.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Giants first down.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
On the set.
He was brought down by Bradley.
Take 3. 218. Chop.
It's a pick
Hey.
up 6.
High 7.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Watch the twist. Rush in. Go.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike's 50. Bend it. Mike's 50.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
First down, New York.
Ready.
Jones now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down, New York.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Gallman will run it. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 23.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Slam.
Back to throw. Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shift. Mike, 55. Mike.
Hey, echo.
Eat. Good trap.
Ready.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are back within a single score. Rosas to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go one more. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
40.
36 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
Hey, 0.
Man, move it. You got to get that.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
280.
Mike, 36. I got you. Shoot.
14. Still got 4 down.
Show me that.
Nice down. 5 on.
Check.
Run left.
Here's Carson. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's just me and you.
This is Carson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Check. Check the back. Check no 14. Check 99.
Now Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, alert 3. Check. Mike 36. Mike 36. What we got? Switch. Jam.
On first down, Carson, and an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Check hot route.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
They run again with Carson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Alec Ogletree in on the stop. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Check 43.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down now, it's Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored point.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Cassius Marsh, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on first down. Barkley calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. Jones now on 1st and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Move 15.
I'm coming for you, son.
14.
Slam.
Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 11.
Left.
Back 41. We got to wedge that.
Throwing now is Wilson. Dancing to his left. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone.
It's just me and you. It's just me. It's me and you. 54's much. 54's much. Ready?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.